welcome to the Lynn Sun Show. I am Lynn Sun. I am your host. I am so excited. If you're watching the show today, guess what? It is my birthday. I am 40 years old, y'all. 40. What a milestone. I've never been so excited to be a certain age. I know life is only going to get better. 2020 is going to be amazing. Happy New Year. I stand for every single one of your wildest dreams coming true. Or maybe just your peaceful dreams. But whatever it is, I stand for us kicking ass in 2020. If you want to help us out on the show, we are on patreon.com/The Lynn Sun Show. And if you want to rock our merch, we are at teespring.com/stores/The Lynn Sun Show. Anything helps. I'm so grateful for all of you watching the show. I chose to have my birthday show to be super, super special. So I wanted my producer, Joe Flanders, on the show. I'm so happy you're all going to get to know him. He is an amazing human being. This talk show would not exist without him. He is creative. He's smart. He's easy to work with. He's honest with me. He's straightforward. He's hardworking. He's reliable. Most of these episodes would not be out in time if it weren't for him. So enjoy the show. I'll see you after. Bye. Hi, friends. Okay, this is a super, super special episode because, number one, it's our first episode rolling into 2020.
Yeah.
Yay! This is also airing on my birthday, December 31st.
Happy birthday.
Exciting! Mm-hmm. And, you guys, this is my rock right here. This is the person that makes this all happen that you see every Tuesday on YouTube. This is Joe Flanders, my producer.
Hello.
So I specifically waited for this special day to have you on.
Well, I'm flattered that I am your birthday episode. Unless, of course, we reschedule this and this episode's coming out January 14th, which is a day of no significance.
No significance.
So either way.
Either way, this is a special episode for me. And I remember I met Joe from doing his podcast. You have a podcast called...
I do. Bad Times, Good Stories.
Bad Times, Good Stories, where... Explain the podcast. What
people basically talk about the most embarrassing, awkward, humiliating, or bad times from their life that they're able to laugh about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we met on the podcast, and I said I wanted to do a talk show, and Joe said, I produce.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And here we are. And let me tell you something, like, he is the person who keeps me grounded. Like, if it wasn't for this gentleman right here, I'd be worried about my makeup, my hair, my clothes.
Having said that, I'm setting the timer so we don't go over.
See? Because I would just be talking until 5 p.m. until our next guest arrives.
Continue.
But no, so he's the person who keeps me grounded and keeps me authentic and reminds us that our show is about being real and about, you know, it's not about the makeup on the pig, right? It's just about the pig.
Yeah.
So
I've always said that. Yes.
Okay, but Joe, what the thing is, what I've recently found out about you is about your cancer. You had cancer. Tell us about that.
I had 90% of my colon removed when I was 13 as a preventative surgery. Mm-hmm. Had they not taken it out, I would have gotten colon cancer. It runs in my mom's family. My mom's mom died when she was 34. My actual grandmother, who of course I never met. So my family's gotten, we've known about it, so we get checked. And so I've probably had 15 colonoscopies starting when I was like 5. Mm-hmm. So it's really funny when people are complaining about having one when they turn 50 or whatever. We're like, well,
say that again. You've had how many?
Oh, I'd say at least 15.
Oh my
20.
gosh. I mean, at 13, you said?
I had the surgery when I was 13, yeah.
So you're saying this right now with a smile.
Yeah.
Again, bad times, good stories.
Yeah.
So you're saying with a story, but with a smile. But did it hit you? Did it freak you out at all? Or were you just like, well?
Well, because I'd known about it my whole life.
Okay.
And I started when I was like 5 getting checkups. Mm-hmm. That was honestly more traumatizing because when you're 5, here we are talking about colonoscopies. I didn't realize this would be fun. This is a hot topic. If this was Sweets Week, then we'd be.
But I liked because you're
no, it's fine. Yeah. But you got to drink a bunch of stuff to empty your system out when you have a colonoscopy. When you're 5, and it tastes like death. So when you're 5, you can't do that. So I had to stay in the hospital like a day before, and then they would drain you through an IV.
Wow.
They'd give you this anyway. So like that was far more traumatic in my mind because I was so young. Then by the time I had the surgery, it was just kind of like, I was scared because this was like, it's like a several hour procedure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very lucky in the sense that I don't have a lot of day-to-day issues because of this.
Okay.
So I'm more just thankful than I am like traumatized or anything by it.
Right.
And we went to the Cleveland Clinic, which is like one of the tops in the world. And
The Cleveland Clinic?
yeah,
Like as in Ohio?
yes, Cleveland, Ohio.
So that's where you're from.
I'm from Columbus. Yeah, 2 hours away. So
You're from Ohio. So is it, was it a culture shock to move out to LA?
no, because I mean, people don't know this, but Columbus is like the 12th or 13th largest city in the country.
Okay.
So it's not, I didn't come from like the farm, like it wasn't like the cliche of like the country bumpkin from Ohio. Because it's always Ohio in movies. It's always like,
Right,
I just got off the bus from Ohio. Here I am in the big city. Here, take all my money, mister. So I grew up in a pretty big city, and then went to college in North Carolina in Winston-Salem, which is a reasonably sized city. So, and I'd come out here a few times before I moved out here. And so, no, I mean, it was jarring in some ways. I mean, just the traffic and just the amount of people. Well, yeah,
it's terrible
it's awful
out here.
Yeah. But what I appreciated is because it's just natural. There's so many more people. There's also a lot more assholes.
Yeah.
But there's something about LA assholes in particular. In general, I would say they let you know that they're assholes within like 5 minutes, which is great. Because I didn't get burned.
Right,
it wasn't
right,
like I
right.
had a friendship with somebody for 5 years and then it was
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a terrible person. So that was kind of refreshing. I was like, oh, okay, I can just stay away from you.
Okay.
And also,
okay.
I had a bunch of people that I came out here from college with. So I had like my own, I already had like a built-in support system
Oh, that's
when
good.
I got out here 10 years ago.
10 years ago?
In September, yeah, it'll be 10 years.
So in Ohio, were you always in production and show business?
Yeah, I did theater at a community theater. That was really where I shined, I think, as a person.
In theater? Yeah?
Yeah, particularly in middle school. I think middle school's terrible for most people because you don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And, people are popular for reasons that don't make any... It's like, oh, their dad has a big house. I don't, like, what? Okay.
Wait, so you did theater. You were a theater kid in
Yeah.
middle school.
Yeah, elementary school, middle
Okay.
school, high school. But in middle school, I was incredibly awkward. I wasn't comfortable with anybody I was there with. I remember one time giving a speech in front of a class, and there was like a podium, and I could feel my face getting red, just being embarrassed. And for some reason, I just started shrinking behind the podium and still giving my speech.
That's so cute.
And I'm sure that did not help my social standing. Like, who the fuck is this kid that's just like still talking? Like, is he having a nervous breakdown? I don't. But then I'd go to theater rehearsal, and I was just loud, obnoxious, and just like a bundle of energy.
But you're good at also just being the behind the scenes person.
Yeah,
like,
I have no
you're
ego
just
about it.
Chill about working
Yeah.
the camera
Yeah.
and producing. He's not,
Yeah.
So you can separate that. That's really
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, because I've been out here long enough, I need to make a living. So,
But now I understand why your show Average Joe that you used
Yeah.
to do on YouTube was such a success.
Yeah.
There's a huge success, and you guys
Yeah.
want to still check it out. Average Joe on Joe Flanders YouTube.
Yeah, I
Tell
basically
us
just played
about
an idiot version of myself navigating the dating world. And we did 3 seasons of it. And a lot of it was just real life experiences that, I just put on steroids. Sometimes not much.
Yeah.
It was pretty much just what happened.
Did you have a girlfriend already when you put out Average Joe?
No.
So you were single then?
yes.
He has a girlfriend now, but you were single then?
Yes. My
Okay.
whole life was just a series of awkward dating mishaps.
And you made it into your own
a
series.
Yeah.
Which is huge, because a lot of people try to do it. A lot of people, we all try to do the dating thing and the
Right.
working, right? But you
Yeah.
made it happen.
Yeah, I did, and it was a lot of fun.
Because the thing is, I say a lot of people, everyone wants to put out a sketch, etc. At least that's what we do out here in LA.
Right.
What is your advice to people who, because you've given me some advice about if we wanted to create a web series, you said you have to make it at least look like you care about it.
Yes.
And so give us that advice, because I think it's good.
Well, I think that a lot of times it's just like you just want to make something. If you're in, if you're driven to create, the stuff that gets overlooked is the stuff that's not as exciting, which is the video and audio aspect of it.
Okay.
Particularly, we started it in like 2012, and so I think what kind of set us apart is that we treated it like a real TV show. No, I mean, we had no money, so it's not like it's, but we were very conscious of taking our time and making sure it looked good, or as good as it could. And, again, this isn't like the exciting advice, but I think it goes a long way to have something that, that looks and sounds good.
Right, which are basic things that people don't see, right?
Right.
My friend was like, "Can you teach my daughter how to do YouTube videos?" I told you this part, and I was like, I don't fucking know how to do YouTube videos. Like, without Joe, you guys would have a video once every other month. It's so hard.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff that he does, is he makes us look good. People are like, your talk show production is pretty good, whatever. I'm like, I just show up and bring lunch. Like, that's all I do.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So,
but you have a girlfriend now.
I do, and that's kind of when the show wrapped up. Because I was like, no one wants to see this character just in a relationship. I don't want to see that.
It wasn't like average Joe in a relationship. You didn't want to do that?
No, I mean, I did. There were times throughout the seasons that it would be working for a little while and then something would screw it up. And I mean, not that I could have just came up with more goofy ideas for him being single, but yeah, it was just it's really hard too, as far as advice goes. Like, just don't plan on making any money off of this. I mean, we, humble brag or whatever, like, we had millions of views, but that did not translate to millions of dollars or even thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It's hard. So you got to just love doing it. And I got to a point where I had run out of favors to ask my friends. It's like, because every season it would be like, next season we're going to get paid. And then and they put in a lot of time, and it just kind of came to a point where it's like, okay.
Yeah, but you're the kind of guy that people would like working with, even if they got paid or not, though.
I like to think so. And again, they were, but we worked on this for like 5 years. So, at some point, it's like,
you're like,
hey, I got to get paid. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
So would you want your own TV show on network? Like, would you want to be the star of your own TV show on a network?
Yeah.
Or would you rather just be the writer? And
I'd love to, be the star of it and stuff. And I cast myself in things just because I know my range. And
we know our range.
I don't have the time to like sit in a casting call for 8 hours. And,
And you have the mind to do it. You have the mind and the talent to do that,
Yeah.
To like know how to create your own stuff.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying, like, this wouldn't come to life without you. So that's awesome. But okay, so your girlfriend, and I love talking about relationships if you guys didn't know that already, but your girlfriend seems like she's so understanding of your work hours and what you do.
Yeah, definitely. And she's not at all in the industry at all. She works at a college in the area, and, I think that was kind of refreshing in a way. We've run out of time, but,
Is it just 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, a couple more questions.
A couple more, yeah. But yeah, she's really supportive and understanding of it, which goes a long way. The fact that oftentimes I'm working on the weekends, it's kind of a bummer for her because she works like a normal person does. But she understands it, so it's not that big a deal. And, she knows.
Does it ever take a toll? Like, does it take a toll for someone who's not in the industry to be with someone who is in the industry, but is not getting paid as much as you deserve yet? So does it take a toll sometimes, or she's just like,
it does. I mean, there's been a couple of times because we alternate each week on who buys the groceries. And there's been a couple times where it was like, hey, it was my turn last week, right? Because no, it was my turn. It's like, maybe it could be. I think it's your turn again. Yeah.
Well, how long you been together?
Over 4 years now.
Over 4 years now, and this little lady, beautiful. She looks like Anna Kendrick. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm not surprised because he's, I'm not surprised, Joe.
Well, thank you. Okay. I'm glad.
I'm not like,
It's a mystery. It's the ninth wonder of the world. How the hell?
I saw Joe's shirt and thought this was a gremlin.
Is that just because you associate me with a gremlin?
No, I was like, oh, cute, he's wearing a gremlin on his shirt. And I was like, oh, wait, that's Yoda. Like, how did I not? Anyways, I'm so old. Okay, so what is your definition of a good friend?
Having edited all the episodes, I know that I've heard everyone's answers. And there is a common theme of just somebody who will be real with you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think somebody who can be real with you and just let you know if you're off base or, if whatever the issue is, you are right. Mm-hmm. Just somebody you can trust to give you the real, the truth about whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And then honestly, just somebody that's a good hang. Because I was thinking about it, and
Just
like,
a good hang.
like all of my friends are people that I've known since at least high school, and I can go years without seeing them. And then, like I had a gig in North Carolina, and we drove there from LA, and it was a friend I've known since preschool, and we hadn't really
Since
hung out in
preschool?
months, and we drove
Shit.
36 hours in 3 days together.
Preschool, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I know, it's cool. So anyway, it's nice when you just find somebody who you click with.
I told Joe, I was like, Joe, you're the most peaceful relationship I've ever been in.
We got a good thing going.
We got a good thing going. Like, I would say things like, Joe, I'm going to get a co-host. He's like, no, okay.
Yeah. It's your show.
I was like, Joe, what about this idea? No, you don't need that. All right.
Yeah.
Like, I just listen to him. It's so easy. You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully I'm not just guiding us towards a cliff.
And I'm like, this is great, Joe.
Don't give me too much praise yet. We're only 3 months in here.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. Tell them where they can find you on social media before we get into my question.
I am at Flandangerous on Instagram.
What about your podcast?
Oh, the podcast, Bad Times, Good Stories, is available where you listen to podcasts. And you can check out my YouTube channel and watch all three seasons of Average Joe at youtube.com/the Joe Flanders.
Watch it. It's funny.
Yay!
Yay!
Ah, we get to do the hog, right? So my questions are, I'm hoping we're still rolling
Are we
here.
still good in frame?
Is there still a blinking light going on? There should be. Okay, cool. It's weird being on this side of it.
I know.
Actually, I usually
He
just
can't
pace
help
back
himself.
and forth. Okay.
I get it.
Cool, thank you. So my questions, I want to talk about moments.
Okay.
So you've talked about the friend who kind of maybe offhandedly said you should do stand-up.
Yeah.
So what was the moment where you thought, yeah, I should? And why was that your
The
reaction?
moment I felt that I should do stand-up, I've always had stand-up comedy jokes in my head, but I was always too afraid to do it. And then finally, after I took the class, I did the first show.
But why did you take the class?
Oh, why did I take the class?
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, if I'm already a parent, what can be harder than being a mom?
Right.
And then I found out that stand-up classes existed, and I said, let's just take this and see what happens.
So you'd already been writing jokes in
my
your head
head.
for no one.
For no one.
Just your whole life.
I was like,
really,
oh, that would
or-
be funny. That would be funny.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, maybe I can write for someone else.
Okay.
That's what I used to think. Maybe
Yeah.
I can write a joke and someone else can perform it, because I didn't know I had the ability to perform it.
Right.
And then when I performed it, I was like, what? Now I can't shut the fuck up. But that's
Okay.
what happened.
When was the moment, if there was one, when you decided? Again, we've talked about how you came to be pregnant. What was the moment when you decided that you were going to keep it?
Oh my God, that's a great question, honestly. So I found out I went to the doctor, took the blood test. They told me I was pregnant. And at first I was like, ooh, if I'm not getting any help, I'm probably not going to keep it, right? But then I was in the doctor's office and I imagined myself on the abortion table. And I couldn't even imagine that. So then I was like, nope, we're just going to go through with it. That's literally the moment.
And why couldn't you imagine you being in that situation?
Because I was already 35 years old, and it was like I was old enough to be able to just figure that shit out. You know, if I was like a 19-year-old or something, I'm not against abortion, but I'm also not for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just situational, right?
Of course.
So if I had been any younger than when I got pregnant, I probably wouldn't have made it. That's the truth, because I wasn't mature enough. But I was already 35, and then when I was like, I can't lay it, and I'm pregnant, I can't let go of this baby.
Yeah.
You know, I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Sure.
So
Makes sense.
that was the exact moment. That's a good question.
Thank you.
That's a good show.
You know, it's like I host a show or something.
Oh shit. Okay.
And the third one is a complete non sequitur. But what was the favorite meal that your mom would make?
Oh my God, I have a joke about this. The favorite meal was spaghetti. She made spaghetti with meat sauce. Have you ever heard this joke?
No. I was
Okay,
going to say,
so-
I'm not teeing this up.
No,
for
there's no
joke.
tea. She's never heard the joke. So she always makes spaghetti with meat sauce, and we were so poor. Every time she made it, we were really excited. And one day, my brother and I opened the pot of spaghetti sauce, and we found a roach in it. But we were so poor that we had to take the roach out. You don't waste food when you're poor. So we took the roach out and we ate the pot of spaghetti.
Wow.
That's how poor we were. Yeah, and we're not talking about like Asian people poor 3 Honda Accords, you know,
Right,
in a
right.
white picket fence.
Yeah.
We were poor. And then my punchline was, I took the roach out and we ate a pot of spaghetti. And then we saved the roach for later. Chocolate covered roaches. You know what I mean? Like that was the punchline. Which, yeah, so spaghetti. I love spaghetti. Until today, anybody who makes me spaghetti, I'm like head over heels for.
Now, do you make that for Ethan?
No. What the hell?
There was a shot we could end with a real sentimental ending there, and you've passed this on to your son like your mother made for you.
No. God damn it. I buy him spaghetti all the time. Shit. Make spaghetti.
Okay, so we can go that angle.
Yeah.
You have come so far
Yes.
that now you can afford to buy him spaghetti.
I buy him spaghetti now. And it's still passing on the tradition, but I buy
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, there it is. We got there. We got there. Despite your best efforts.
Oh,
Well, this was fun.
Joe.
Love you too.
Bye, you guys. See you
So
next
long.
Tuesday.
Have fun editing this. You.
Holy moly, if you're watching the show and you didn't see the intro, it is my birthday, and I'm so, again, very glad that you got to know Joe on my birthday. He's so special to me. One day I'm going to be able to pay him the big bucks and everything he deserves. But Happy New Year, you guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting and all the fun stuff that we do here on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at LinSunTV. I read all my messages and comments, so feel free to chat with me. I want to get to know every single one of you. So, have a great new year. Be safe and be a good friend to someone today. Bye. Happy New Year.